Every photo, every message, every on this day nudge, they don't just help us remember. They help something else learn. Not just the app, not just the user. The quiet network underneath. A network that studies how nostalgia moves us, how long we linger on a face, how a pulse changes when a favorite clip appears. That network is not sentimental, it's statistical. In our past, it's the raw material. The new question isn't who owns our data, it's who learns from our memories. Every phone holds an accidental diary. Timestamps, locations, filters, faces. Moments we meant to save, not to study. Individually, it's harmless. Together, it's intimate. Phones already know which photos make us pause. Smart displays recognize the ones that soften our expression. Wearables catch a microspike in pulse when an old clip plays. That isn't voyeurism. It's measurement. And once emotion gets measured, it gets modeled. Sometimes it just waits for the next pattern. It's past midnight. You're half awake, thumb on glass. A photo from 2015 appears. You, a different haircut, and a friend you miss. You stare longer than usual. That's a signal. The system notices that linger, the slow heart rate recovery, the nose breath you didn't hear. Tomorrow the feed feels warmer. Songs from that year rise to the top. The algorithm didn't comfort you, it calibrated you. And that's it, that's the trade. Nostalgia for predictability. A parent makes coffee, steam swirling. A smart display lights up with "this day 8 years ago." What do you see? A toddler covered in cake. A laugh you can still hear. Your eyes soften. Then another frame, the hospital hallway, same week, muted by a gentle blur. The machine is being kind. It is also editing. The kindness that learns where to place the blur and when to lift it. Nostalgia used to sell records and reboots. Now it sells certainty. When a system maps which memories soothe us and which make us act, it can time the perfect nudge, a playlist, a purchase, a post. Imagine the caption, "Miss this crew? Warmth flag set. Travel ads bloom. Old songs surface. Group features reappear." It feels like connection. But it's calibration, because every emotional spike teaches the machine what works. Now, AI learns context from us, and nothing explains context like memory. Throwbacks teach it how we age. Captions teach it what we treasure. Deletions teach it what we'd rather hide. In research terms, you could think of this as elongated emotional data. In human terms, a timeline of the heart. That timeline lets models predict not just what we might do, but when we'll feel ready to do it. And guess what? Convincing isn't required. A well-timed reminder is enough. Why does the feed warm after midnight scrolls and cool after long days at work? Awareness doesn't delete data. It restores a little agency. That sense we saw the card before it turned over. Some keep messy albums the machine can't parse. Some write one line a month ago that no camera could guess. Some let one wrong detail remain, a date, a song, as a mercy to the story that they actually lived. Not rules, just quiet ways people keep a hand on the wheel. Now every era has its silence. Our grandparents forgot by accident. We forget by algorithm. Their stories faded because no one wrote them down. Ours vanish when a link breaks, a codec changes, a subscription lapses. Different reason, same erasure. History still depends on what survives the filters. A retiree empties a desk. Paper photos curl at the edges. Ink bleeds. Faces hold. The phone holds more, thousands of moments, perfectly sharp, perfectly fragile. One drop, one password, one policy change, and an entire decade goes dim. The old box kept less, yet somehow it kept enough. Forgetting once protected us. Now remembering does. If our past truly feeds the next dataset, then memory itself is a language we live inside. The more fluently we read it, the harder it is to be rewritten. So maybe the question isn't how to delete, but what deserves to stay. What would you keep completely offline? No tags, no backups, no algorithm ever finding it. A laugh no mic heard, a hand squeeze no camera saw, a Tuesday no feed would surface. Because the future isn't about data. It's about which memories still sound like people. Now, if this made you think, you're not alone. If it made you feel less weird for loving both convenience and privacy, you're my people. If it made you glance at an old photo tonight and wonder what it's teaching, welcome to the club. And like I always say, I don't have all the answers. I have a steady question. And that's, what kind of story do we want our tools to tell about us? Because what I want is a story where safety is real, time is respected, and dignity is the default. A story where data helps without deciding who we are. If you have not seen the first part of this series, I'll go ahead and link it right here. Until then, I'll see you in the next one.